Good morning, class. I am King Juna Kalaban and I am your English teacher for today. So, before anything else, I request everyone to please stand for our opening prayer. Christine Agong, please lead the prayer. Amen. So, everyone please take your seat. So, before that, I will check your attendance first. Agong Christine, Betty Aljun, Lanzaderas Ayan, Gamusa Jennifer. So I guess the attendance is perfect. So let's proceed to the next topic. So before that, I will read the objective. So at the end of this period, 100% of the students can do the following task with 80% proficiency and can be able to understand the story and can be able to formulate a sentence using pronoun and state the moral lesson of the story. So, before we proceed to our topic, I will give you a little activity. So, I already gave you the handouts. So, who want to volunteer and give at least 5 pronouns in the story that I've given to you? Yes? Mr. Maagad? Very good. Another one? Mr. Delante. Thank you. Very good. So now let's proceed to our topic. So our topic for today is Panday Pera, authored by Jose M. Hernandez. So the presence of cannons used against the Spaniards when they came to Manila in 1570 was only one of the evidences of the civilization the Filipinos already have. These early cannons were credited to Panday Pera, a native from the southern islands of the country, who migrated to Manila in 1508. Panday Pera, Panday is a Tagalog word which means blacksmith. So, based on the title itself, what is your idea about the story? Yes, Miss Barangot. So, very good. So, the stories in Tausug, Tarsilias mentioned that Sumatran Muslim prince Raha Baginda brought the first firearm to Sulu in 1930, and it was possible that he introduced the manufacture of artillery, which Panday Pera learned and introduced when he arrived in Manila and established a foundry in the north bank of Pasig or San Nicolas district. Raha Sulaiman commissioned Panday Pera to make several pieces of cannons to be mounted on the palisades or palisades surrounding his kingdom and on the seaside portion of his wooden fort. So, I have some questions. What is the meaning of Panday Pera? Yes, Mr. Maagad. Very good. So, Panday, as what I've said earlier, Panday is a Tagalog word which means blacksmith. So, to be continued. The Spanish forces led by Martin de Guiti were not able to take Manila easily in 1570 because the natives defended it with the cannons and Panday Pera. After the brief battle, which his better armed army won, he took Panday Pera's cannon as war booty and presented them to the Adelanto Legazpi in Panay. They found these cannons to be of superior quality and could stand continuous firing in spite of the quantity of the gunpowder used. So, I have a question. Who migrated to Manila in 1508? Anyone? Yes, Mr. Delante? Very good. What has Panday Pera learned and introduced when he arrived in Manila? Miss Agong? Very good. So on May 19, 1571, Legazpi eventually took Maynilad and established permanent Spanish settlement. On June 3 that the same year, Raja Sulaiman, in his bid to retake his honor from the Spaniards, waged his final battle at Bangkusay Channel, off the shore of Tondo, but he perished. After the battle, Panday Pera fled Pampanga and started a new life. This time, as a blacksmith of farm tools like crusher and mold board. Before long, he was manufacturing other farm and household implements like bulos and knives. So, who wrote Panday Pera? Yes, Miss Barangot. And so, to be continued, Panday Pera perhaps was not meant to settle in Pampanga, Legazpi summoned him to build cannons for the Spanish army in Manila. In exchange for his services, he was exempted from tribute and forced labor and other obligations to the church. Panday Pera, often called by the Spaniards as Panda Pera, established his foundry in Lamayan, now Santa Ana, Manila. Even after Legazpi's death on August 20, 1572, Panday Pera continued his service to the Spanish army. His cannons were not only used in the fortifications of Manila but also in the military expeditions to Borneo and the Moluccas. In 1576, Panday Pera died of old age. He was 88. His death was a great loss to the Spanish army who valued the quality of his work. The Spanish authorities, being unable to find a good cannon maker like Panday Pera, wrote the King of Spain saying, "Panday Pera, our cannon maker, is dead. We can't find a single man among us to take his place." This was answered in 1584 when a Spanish smith from Mexico arrived in the country and took the cannon maker's place. The anti-Filipino Spanish chronicler Father Gaspar de San Agustin admitted that Panday Pera's cannons were as good as those made in Malaga. So, I have a question. Why the author wrote the story Panday Pera? Yes, Mr. Lanzaderas. Very good. So, what lesson we can get from the story? Yes, Mr. Tuliao. Very good. So, I have some. I will give you a quiz about the story. So get 1/2 crosswise or 1/4 rather. So are you done? Okay, please pass your papers to the front, and we will check it. So your assignment for the next day is enumerate can you give another story about from the Spanish period? Then what is the meaning of pronoun, and give at least 20 examples. Okay, so that's all, and goodbye everyone. Class dismissed.